As I dove deeper into the word equitable, a persistent thought nagged at me. Why did so many people confuse it with equal? The two words seem to have a shared intent: fairness, justice, an overarching aim for a better educational landscape. But their nuances painted entirely different pictures. I recalled conversations from the conference where panelists spoke about equity and equality, almost as if they were interchangeable terms. Some educators asserted that all students should receive identical resources, arguing passionately for equal funding, equal textbooks, and equal access to advanced classes. If we provide every student with the same tools, one teacher had exclaimed, then surely we're creating fairness. Yet that notion felt hollow. I pulled out my notebook again and jotted down my thoughts. Equal meant sameness, everyone receiving the same treatment regardless of individual circumstances. It made sense on the surface. After all, who could argue against treating everyone the same? But as I examined this further, I began to see its shortcomings. Equitable, on the other hand, reached into the depths of individual needs and contexts. It demanded more than just a superficial layer of fairness. It recognized that not every student starts from the same place in life. For instance, consider two students. One has a stable home environment with supportive parents and ample resources. The other struggles with food insecurity and unstable housing. If both received exactly the same academic support without any consideration for their unique situations, how could we genuinely claim to be equitable? I recalled a compelling example from my research. A school in an economically challenged district that had implemented weighted funding formulas. They allocated additional resources based on student needs, more support for English learners, or those requiring special education services. This strategy highlighted how equity transcended mere equality. It involved actively addressing disparities and working toward closing achievement gaps by meeting individuals where they were. I flipped through my notes again, looking for examples that illustrated these concepts further. A quote from a recent article caught my eye. Equity is not about making everyone equal, but ensuring everyone has what they need to succeed. It resonated with me. It encapsulated precisely what I had been wrestling with since beginning my exploration of equitable education. My thoughts drifted back to discussions at the conference regarding educational policies aimed at fostering equity within classrooms. Many advocates argued that when schools simply distributed resources equally among students, without regard for their specific challenges, they often perpetuated existing inequalities rather than dismantling them. A light bulb flickered in my mind as I continued connecting these dots. Equitable education wasn't just about resource allocation. It also entailed understanding diverse learning styles and cultural backgrounds in pedagogical practices. I remembered a session led by an inspiring educator who emphasized culturally relevant pedagogy. She explained how recognizing each student's cultural identity could enrich classroom experiences and foster engagement among learners from various backgrounds. By embracing diversity rather than glossing over differences under an equal umbrella, she was advocating for an equitable approach to teaching. The contrast between equity and equality felt clearer now, like two sides of a coin forever entwined yet distinct in purpose. As I scribbled down examples of schools successfully adopting equitable practices while still navigating ongoing challenges related to funding or teacher training programs, my excitement surged once more. With renewed focus, I envisioned myself attending more conferences like this one, meeting experts who championed personalized learning models grounded in equity, and forging connections with like-minded individuals dedicated to reshaping education. Perhaps there was hope for progress after all. A realization dawned upon me that if we truly understood what equitable meant beyond its relationship with equality, we might just find pathways leading us toward lasting change within our educational systems. Taking a deep breath filled with determination mixed with anticipation, I committed myself once again to uncovering how best to implement equitable practices across classrooms nationwide, to amplify voices advocating for those currently marginalized, while striving for success tailored specifically for every learner along their unique journeys.